Hi, I'm Rob Paulson. I'm Raphael.
Cam Clark, Leonardo.
Barry Gordon, Donatello.
Townsend Coleman, Michelangelo.
And this is Inside the Magic Turtle Power!
Awesome. All right, so let me ask you some questions now. So obviously we're here for however many years later, a couple of decades later after the Turtles debuted.
70 years later.
I grew up with this show. It was part of my childhood, as it has been for many. Talking to you here is quite an honor. And I have to wonder, meeting fans like me over the years and now at Nick Hotel, what is that experience like for you?
Well, it's as you can imagine, it's overwhelming. I mean, we've talked about it before, but it never gets old. We do, but
Speak for yourself.
Well, older, excuse me. But,
Dorian Gray.
Yeah, I know. I got a picture in the attic. But the fact is that we hear people like you say those kind words that you've just said to us. The fact that you grew up watching, and that people will say to us over and over again, "Oh my God, you're my childhood." That's a really profound compliment, you know. And even if people have a difficult childhood, often one of the happiest memories is Ninja Turtles. You cannot put a price tag on that. It's pretty cool.
What's really interesting about it being this many years later, there were times we met you guys when you were children.
Yeah.
So you were children. And now we get to meet you as adults when you can articulate
What
that meant to you then. So it's a wild experience to hear you recount
Yeah.
your childhood as an adult. And it is so humbling,
Isn't it?
for us to, because you just never think that, well,
I
for
didn't.
me, that a cartoon could play such an intimate part in people's life.
Yeah.
Things like, my childhood is now complete, that I've met you, and you were
Very
my best
sweet.
friend, and
Sure.
You taught me how to deal with
Yeah.
bullies. or
Right,
whatever.
but I have a confession to make. Of all of the fans that I've met, I don't think there has been one until now that has actually had the guts to wear a Bebop and Rocksteady
How about that?
T-shirt.
Stand in front of the camera.
There we go.
Here we go. Look at it.
All right. See, that's me. That's me.
and
right
the
there.
other one is me.
Well, that was gonna be my next question, is because the Turtles have obviously been the star of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, but the villains are a huge part of it as well. I always loved Bebop and Rocksteady, and of course Shredder and Krang and everything. Over the years, do you feel like people have really attached to one character? Like, do they come up to one of
they
you
will
and
tell us, they will say, Leonardo was my favorite, or they'll come
Usually
up to me and
they'll
they
say
say,
Michelangelo's
Michelangelo's my favorite. Well, I'm not
usually
Michelangelo, but I'll pass it along.
Usually they say Donatello is their
I think
favorite.
they do.
Yeah,
I'm
you like
very
to think that.
confused.
And interestingly, we're all now
what they
entering
told
our
me,
second
yeah,
childhood, so it's perfect.
Yeah, right. That's
Yeah.
true.
Sure. Well, one more question. When the show was becoming popular, I'm sure you had no idea it was going to explode as much as it did. But while it did, what was that feeling like, working together and knowing you were a part of something huge?
It was a little
You know what?
mind-bending.
It's
It really
probably
was.
exactly as cool as you can imagine. I mean, it really is. It's kind of indescribable, because we were cognizant at the time when it really took off of how big it was getting. And we started at the very beginning, clean sheet of paper, and everything that has spun off was as a result of the first Ninja Turtles cartoon. So that's pretty crazy. It's very
I would
cool.
say for me, because we were behind the mics and never met anybody, I would say it is now,
it's
since
cooler
we've
now.
started
I
doing
think
this
that's
stuff,
true,
that I
yeah.
realized, I went, because we never met anybody then,
Yeah.
Right.
So I'm going now, it's 25 years later, and it's only now that I'm
point.
realizing the impact, which is awesome to have that going on that many years
Well,
later.
not only that, but the generational thing too. Now, we've got you guys who were fans of us back then, turning all your kids on to the new show, on Nick, and even episodes of our original show. So it's pretty fascinating.
I mean, I think we knew it was successful. It was such an interesting kind of slow build for us, because we started just doing 5 shows.
Yeah.
And everyone kind of thought, oh, this is going to be 5 shows and this is over. And then no, it was picked up for more shows. And then all of a sudden CBS grabs it. And all of a sudden you start to realize that there's this kind of snowball effect that's happening.
Yeah.
And So yeah, I think we were aware that we were part of something interesting and big.
And we could cut into lines
I
at fancy
don't-
restaurants.
I don't think we knew that this was going to be iconic, though.
Right.
I don't think that happened until now, when we realized the longevity of it is just unbelievable.
Well, here we are, Nick Hotel, exciting all summer long. People come meet the turtles, and it's great to see you this weekend. So thank you very much, all of you.
Thank you, Rick.
Are you kidding me? Where?
Flo and Eddie.
Where are they?
Yeah, thank you, Rick.
And you for me,
Hey,
so
side
happy
bass, little
together. I can't see me loving nobody but you for all my life. When you're with me, waving the skies in the sky for all my life.
We got people coming over for Christmas.
Yeah, right.
And you for
We just changed keys about 7 times.